I'm gonna work on a warm-up routine with you. Musicians need to warm up just as an athlete would warm up before a race or their event. We need to reach a consistent level of performance, and there's a lot of similarities, dealing with muscle memory, repetition, etc. So I like to start my day with the Remington long tones, which were taught to many trombone players by Emery Remington. And so they're long tones. What's going on in a long tone? We're really focusing on our air. We're really focusing on our sound. It's okay, you might not have the greatest sound right at the start, but move around. Maybe you had a rough day playing yesterday, played too much, played too little. You kind of got to find your sound every day. And I remember there's a quote by Paganini, the great virtuoso violinist, who said, "Every day I learn my technique anew." And that's something that as brass players, for sure, we got to figure out how to play the instrument every day. So this is a consistent thing to start your day with. It starts with a B flat, our middle B flat, our most comfortable B flat. We use that as a consistent note, and we just keep adding one more note to it. You'll see in a second. So check this out. So I just played B flat to A. Now we're going to play B flat to A flat. So you see I'm just adding one chromatic pitch lower each time to the B flat. Now, what's our interval? What's the semitone lower than A flat? It's G concert, so it's B flat to G. One more is B flat to G flat. Okay, our next one, we stay in first position. For tuba players and trumpet players, we stay open, which means trombone players don't need to tongue, trumpet players don't need to tongue either. We get what's called Ellipse Ler. So check out my apertures sort of like this. Watch this. Let me do that again because that wasn't a clean Ellipse Ler. Beautiful. Okay, now we keep it rolling, and I'm going to continue the exercise with you here. Okay, so now we're on the F concert. We keep the exercise going with the F as a constant note. I'm going to add one variable, and the variable that I like adding to this exercise is the dynamic I play it at. You might have noticed in the last ones I was playing, full sound, probably mezzo forte. But I like to alternate, not during the actual exercise, but from day to day. If I need to kind of build my chops up, if I haven't been playing as much as usual, I will play them loud, mezzo forte or louder. But if I'm in the opposite, problem where I'm playing too much, say maybe I had 3 gigs last night, my chops kind of feel sore and puffy, I feel the best thing you can do is to play them as quietly as you can. So I'm going to start them on the F and just demonstrate going down, continuing the exercise, changing the dynamic here, okay? I'm not even tonguing my first note. So I'm playing these almost as whisper tones, as quietly as I can produce the sound, and I'm not tonguing my first note. F to D. F to C. Our last one on this series, or second last one, sorry, and it's a small step for most instruments, tuba or trumpet, but it's a large step for trombonists. And here's our last one, F to B flat. Again, a Ellipse Ler involving no tongue or valve change. Now that we're on our low B flat, we're going to keep the exercise rolling to the bottom of our instrument's range. It'll depend on your instrument. But the other thing I want to talk about is that on trombone, I've been playing these with a legato tongue between each note, essentially mimicking the legato phrase of a singer, trying to keep the two notes connected, which is incredibly difficult on the trombone. On saxophone, tuba, trumpet, you just hit your valve, blow through, and you get a nice legato articulation. That's kind of beyond the scope of this video, but it's something to strive for as a trombonist. I'm going to go back to playing the mezzo forte just as a contrast, but remember to alternate the volume from day to day depending on how your face feels. So we're on the low B flat. B flat to A flat, B flat to G. B flat to G flat. We're getting to the bottom of my voice range. I was a little sloppy, so I'm going to do it again. B flat to F. And to the lowest natural note on the trombone. Okay, that's going to be about it for our Remingtons. Remember, you can push yourself and play them lower if you have an F attachment horn, or you can play fake notes. Check this out. We can play them through our pedal register, which I like to do every day. Etc. down to our double pedals. It's always good to push yourself, and I find warming up in our low register really opens up our sound, gets our lungs going, gets some blood flowing to our lips. So thanks for tuning in today. We're going to include some further warm-up videos in the future and future years, get into lip slurs and other things, but get your long tones going every day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.